Hey guys, welcome to the analysis for this Friday. Because it is a Friday, we're going to cover our weekly charts, talk about some of the long-term potential here. As you can see, euro dollar, of course, on the weekly chart, a lot of bearish movement and heading towards some critical levels. And many of the other pairs doing some interesting things that we want to share. So we'll get through all that, but first we just got to cover our terms real quickly. And basically what the terms are in place to say is just that the daily analysis is for educational purposes only. It's not to be taken as investment advice, and we're not registered by any authority or security regulatory, anything like that, to give you investment advice. Okay, so if you need to pause the video and read through that, please go ahead and take the time to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and move back into our charts. Alright guys, so as we're looking at the weekly chart here on the euro, you can see a clear break here, a nice retest and a continuation down. Ended up breaking through our next level here, the 38.2 fib, and is heading right toward our 50 area here, which you can see pretty nice level along with the 50 fib, also a major support and resistance area. And so it looks like the euro wants to move through there. We do have a few tails in here that has not quite broken through now, that are very minor level as a low, but overall definitely the momentum is headed to the downside. A very positive US dollar news today, pushing it lower, and so it does appear that we're going to get into this 128.50 area at some point on the euro dollar. Pound dollar crashing even more so than euro. As you can see, we were in this very long sideways market, and now we're getting the crash and the follow through. Really never did come up for a retest of the bottom level here like I anticipated, and I'm sure others anticipated, but instead just continued right down and is still moving quite steeply to the downside. If I scroll out here, you can see it's been quite a while since we made lower lows here all the way back in 2010 as we were moving lower. And so now really the next major bottom of the market is all the way down at 143.70 area, which is quite a ways away. And so there are some minor levels here, but really the major bottom is not all the way until 143.70 area. And it looks like pound really wants to keep going. I mean, the momentum here is very intense. You'd expect that eventually some kind of pullback, some kind of exhaustion in the market. Exhaustion in the market. But right now, just on a free fall and continuing. Alright, USD CAD still at this trend line area that we've talked about several times, looking like it may want to push down and come back toward the area here, but right now it's just settling. So until we get a really nice momentum move, earlier it looked like we might get it as the US dollar started going down against the CAD quite a bit, but it's not the follow through there. And so when we get some follow through, it looks like a good short opportunity. Until then, it's still very much an uptrend and looking to move higher. So just a matter of being patient there with the USD CAD and waiting for something to develop. Euro pound is still in this channel area right above 61.8. No really good breakouts as you can see here. I can actually tighten this box up on the weekly a little bit to fit those candles in, but you can see definitely not making a break. Got very close to the top of the area here, but certainly not a close above 87.50 or close to that. So as far as I'm concerned, still waiting game, just looking to catch it as it moves on the next leg. Whether that's down or up from the breakout, I really have no idea, but I think that there's going to be good potential either way. So similar to the USD CAD, when something develops, it should be a great trade, but until then, it's just a matter of being patient. Okay, and then lastly, we will talk about this US yen. I can get rid of this. We will talk about this USD yen, which definitely made its breakout, to say the least. I mean, it was kind of in this little slowly moving upward channel here, and just a massive breakout this week, mainly today and yesterday when all the movement to the upside came, but crashing through 95, heading up to 96. We talked about that potential recently for US yen to go much higher, and you can see the follow through again, just kind of looking at this channel. It's just such a huge breakout. Whether we get a pullback and retest toward 95 before continuing is yet to be seen, and that could be a great area to buy. Right now, maybe a little too overextended, even just from that one massive breakout bar. But I do think that 100 is not really an unreasonable area to expect US yen to work its way up to. And so I'm very bullish on this, of course, and why wouldn't I be with this move? But just a matter of when you can get in on it. Got to look for a good price and a good opportunity to buy into it. But as of right now, great breakout and looking like it wants to continue upward. Alright guys, that's about it for the weekly analysis. I hope it was helpful for you, and encourage you to leave a comment or a question if you have anything.